In the darkest night she takes flight, a fluffy force, a beacon of light, with a man of fury and a heart so pure. Hydra the cat, ready to endure. Oh yeah, she browsed the land with eyes of gold. Hydra the cat, ready to endure. Oh yeah, she browsed the land with eyes of gold. A guardian she is. Hydra reminds us all to hydrate on the gold. Hydra the kitty with the fiery roar. She's here to rock our souls to the core, to the core. In our pulse we'll find that connection so free. Hydra the cat, reminding us to be rockin' free. With her mighty tail she sweeps the night, crosses from legs, a regal sight to the core. In the pulse we find a connection so free. Hydra the cat, reminding us to be. With her mighty tail she sweeps the night, crosses from legs, a regal sight. On the screen she's fierce and bright. Hydra the cat, a guiding light. Hydra with the cat, don't you forget. Stay refreshed, no regret. With every sip we feel alive. Hydra the cat, we try. Her blood was shield, her eyes of fire. In her presence we find no desire. Through battles fall and stories told. Hydra's heart, pure and bold. A great the name, a playful jest, but it's the way she's at her best, reminding us to drink and play. Hydra leads us every day. Hydra the cat, reminding us to be rockin' free. Hydra the cat, reminding us to be rockin' free. Under the moon, her kingdom shines bright. With kittens in tow, she's a powerful sight. Little warriors, an army of night. Hydra lead them through the darkest night. In a vein of fury, a beacon of light. Her heart so pure, a guardian in flight. From dusk till dawn, they chase and play. Hydra and her kittens, rocking every day. Hydra, the kitty with the fiery roar. Yeah. The kittens are here to rock our souls to the core, to the core. In their palms we find a connection so free. Hydra leads them through the darkest night. In our mane of fury, a beacon of light. Her heart so pure, a guardian in flight. From dusk to dawn, they chase and play. Hydra and her kittens rocking every day. Hydra, the kitty with the fire.
Hey, welcome. Is this thing on? So, right, first of all, I'll assume it's on. Let me know in the chat if it's not on, then I'll just repeat what I'm saying. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday regular stream. Just like to say, I appreciate there is some worldwide event going on at the minute, apparently. We're not going to talk about it. This is going to be a politic-free zone for the simple reason that it's just unescapable. You turn the television on and something's going to happen. TJ, that was pretty close to the line. But yeah, it is a promise, because if we can do 2 hours of just whatever it is, it's without the stuff going on over there, that'll be amazing. I think incredibly useful as well. So welcome everyone, and yeah, let's go. I'm a bit pixelated. I can sort that out by redoing. This sort of thing is going to be, I'm afraid, I'm very, very sorry, but don't do it. Right, let me just sort out the tech. Let me sort out the tech side of things. I've had tech dramas. Right, give me 1 moment. Alrighty then. So I think things are working a bit better now. Hopefully things aren't just incredibly pixelated like they were before. We should be good. We have some games coming up later. I'm not sure if they're going to bleed their way into this stream. Maybe they could. Maybe they could. But we've been playing Jackbox games in the Discord, which has been just really good. Clearer, amazing. Thanks everyone. Thanks. Really, really busy. I literally just only got home like 5 minutes ago. And then I'm booting up my PC and it's not booted up and it's like, oh no, what's going on? And then I had to do graphics driver issue. Yeah, all of those sorts of things. Free Mind. He does do this stream at the same time every Tuesday. And welcome, by the way. Is there anybody new? Does anyone need... T Fairy's got Jasper, but not... That's not T. It's Jasper. Right. Oh, here's Jasper. Jasper's been on travels for what, a couple of weeks? A bit longer? No cats are... Oh, Juju, there's cats everywhere. Dude, there's cats everywhere. Emma's over there. Saber's down here. Jasper's here. There's kittens all over the place. JB Rubin, welcome. Susan B, welcome. 2 new people. Well, we have had... Sorry, it's my creaky chair. It's not farts, I promise. I have a mute button for that. Welcome. Oh, there's insects. Not insects. I guess it is insects. But there's an anti, not anti-emetic. That's anti-sickness. There's an anti-enthymic drops on his neck. I mean, that obviously deals with things like fleas, ticks, all of that sort of stuff. And Marie, there is a camera, but it didn't work when we did the... Well, it did work, and then it stopped working, and then it worked, and then it stopped working. Technical stuff. It's just a... Hello, he's Mike. Later. Okay, right, I need to let you know something. This thing here, for some reason, has become a catchphrase, but I didn't mean it to be. It's so hard. I want everyone to try this for homework, right? Try, pop up your camera, pop up your phone, and just film yourself into your phone for a few minutes. And it's so hard, even with notes, even when you know what you're going to say, even if it's something that's like so easy, it's just telling a story, it's so hard. So it just started like, well, I suppose I should tell people like who I am, like a little bit. What goes on the first line of your CV sort of thing. And it'll be, hi, I'm Mike, I'm late. And I was always saying diagnosed. I tried to change it to identified. It said diagnosed in the last video. Self-identification is perfectly valid. We can have that discussion now. If anybody doesn't agree with me and we want to have that discussion, we can have it. We can debate self-identification. I'm more than happy to explain the reasons why. On this channel, self-identification is perfectly valid. We don't invalidate people. We are neuroaffirmative. I'm beginning to sound... I'm not going to say it because we've said we're not talking about politics today. But There you go. So anyway, welcome to the live stream, everyone. My name is Mike. I'm the identified autistic adult. These are the autistic cats. I consider this to be the ADHD side of the channel. This is the. Oh my god, Jansen. I think it's sad that you have to pay for these sorts of things. I mean, you don't have to, but it's like. I mean, do you want to wait 10 years? Congratulations, Jansen. I hope they find the autism in you. Clara, but good to clarify that you were diagnosed with morphosis. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, this wasn't with a view to my YouTube channel, but it is a view to imposter syndrome and wanting to go through it ad nauseum. And you know, that was one of my reasons why wanting to do an expensive private assessment rather than, you know, I'm not saying it's more thorough, but I'm like, right, can I book extra time? And they're like, no, because we've got so many people wanting to see us. I'm like, okay, well, I'll wait. You're gonna have to wait anyway. All right. How long? We don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Oh, a waiting list is currently seeing people that like booked with us like 6 to 9 months ago. I'm like, really? And like, yeah. I'm with the quick ones. It's like, what do you mean? We're like, we've got like 20, 30 psychiatrists or something. Oh, who knows? Oh, so difficult. But yeah, I am formally diagnosed. I've got a ton of paperwork. Tiffany, no. Doesn't matter what's going on over there. Only. Yeah. We'll have an election-free stream. We are, and we have games. So anyway, like I say, after the last stream, in the after party, we played Jackbox games. Now, if my patrons are up for it, we could potentially start with some games, maybe in an hour or so, and stream them into the stream. They were an absolute blast. If anyone doesn't know what Jackbox games are, it's almost like easy access game show. I don't know how to explain it, but it was really good fun. We had a blast. But yeah, costs for the formal diagnosis. Let's talk about it. Basically, you're looking at something in the region of somewhere between. If you get $1,000, you're lucky and you're knocking it out of the park. Like that would be that's a bargain. But anywhere from sort of more like $2,000 through to $5,000, depending. What kind of support is available for a late diagnosed ADHD adult, says Erica Laurie. Us here. This. Not just my channel. There are other channels similarly, but it's like that. And frankly, I didn't have an ADHD assessment because, well, had to pick. Money doesn't grow on trees, guys, as you all know. But I am. So for those that don't know, I'm reasonably convinced. The past year has taught me things, and has reasonably convinced me that I would get top marks in an ADHD assessment. That's what I've learned about myself over the past year. Now, I'm in the process of trying to find somewhere that will allow me to document the process. So that's the deal. You can wait. Miss Pat, I paid nothing for my diagnosis, but was prepared to wait years. It took about a year to get. I live in Pennsylvania. That's actually not a bad time. That's actually brilliant, by the way. But you're going to find that it's really long. So in the UK, for example, we have nearly 200,000 people currently on a waiting list. Helen says, Mike, if you aren't ADHD, I'd eat my own trainers. Well, exactly. This is kind of what I'm saying. But I suppose what makes my approach slightly different to you guys, I don't know, I don't think this is relatable, but I built this YouTube channel in a year. And it's not like, oh, it's just me, I've done it. Well, I've done an awful lot of work, mind. But I made some fantastic friends. Like, legit, you know who you are. My point is this is a strange position for a human being to be in. And I think it might be quite good to use this platform to demystify ADHD, although I haven't completely finished doing that with autism yet. Jenny K, here in Southern England, if you've gone private this summer, it would cost me approximately $3,000 for ADHD, or just about just over $2,000 for just autism. Yeah, that's basically my choice, and I'm like, I'll just go for the one, thanks. It's like going for autism assessment and say, do you want ADHD with that? It's a bit like asking for fries, but you have to pay for them. So it's simply a case of funds. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I do struggle with attention, obviously. Some of you are very aware. Some of you are quite aware of this. But autism is the bigger creature in the room, if that makes sense. Jansen, but I couldn't wait to have a fight be taken seriously from a GP. Well, you see, Jansen, so I did both. This is primarily because my GP, well, they're neighbours. The GPs, they're not like direct neighbours, but they live very, very close. So it's a simple case of I bump into them. You know, we have more frank conversations with GPs here. I'm not just like you know, going to a random GP. The GPs know who I am. They know my interests. They're like, hey Mike, you're causing trouble again. How's he diving? See anything interesting? And I'll be like, can I talk to you about autism, please? And often the conversation kind of goes, sorry, what? No. You're doing great. What do you need autism? What do you need autism for? Miss Pat, do you struggle to control your focus, Mike? Yes, occasionally. It might be evident, or we could talk about it if you like. You guys can be my therapists. Oh, sorry, Jasper. Oh, I'm going to be arrested by the cat police. I just booped Jasper on the head. I'm sorry, Jasper. I booped you. I forgot you were there. I'll give you treats in a minute. We'll do Catmageddon. Ashley Ann, focus. What's focus? Have you got my focus, Ashley? This is Saber, who you can't see because he's behind the mic. Mic's going to move. There might be a creak. Look! This is my familiar. Okay, sorry. Let's continue. Shape of it. Mike, how does that make you feel? How does what make me feel? Autism? Oh, wait. Saber, I don't know what you just pressed, but it was not appreciated. 1 second, everyone. Oh, the microphone's all right. Fine. Okay, cool. He's just messing with my settings. Okay, we have a Saber here, and he's got obviously 3 legs. He had an accident in his previous home. Well, it wasn't an accident with his home. It was an accident with a vehicle. And on one day, he lost his front leg, a piece of his tail, and his balls. He was a very sad kitty cat. He's got a little kink in the end there. All right, fine. And this is where he goes. He goes over my back. So Saber, my kitty cat. As is Jasper. Now Saber is very jealous that Jasper's getting cuddles. Jasper's huge, by the way. Look. Jasper weighs about down to 25 kilograms. Felista, hello from Florida. Hello from the Isle of Man. Saber's not a tech expert. He's a pain in the butt. He's actually really smart as well. We'll say of the animals here, he's the cleverest. He figures stuff out. That didn't stop him from so I opened up a box of Dreamies yesterday. I think I might have posted, if I didn't post on the Discord, I will later. I posted a Catmageddon. I did a Catmageddon. Just a mini Catmageddon, just for the hell of it. Just for, as they say, shits and the giggles. And then I left the empty like tub in the kitchen. So anyway, I was scripting a YouTube video. Yes, a YouTube video. Actually, a really good YouTube video, I think, actually, as it happens. You'll find out. And and I hear this crashing from the kitchen. And I'm like, oh no, he's just gone and destroyed all of the things in the kitchen. Turns out that he had his head, he was sitting on the counter and he had the Dreamies tub over his head and he was just doing this. Hele, is Saber the one who wanted to babysit the kittens to eat their treats? Yes, Hele, that's it. Exactly right. He's also been, I've had Saber for a long time now, 10 years. So he's basically greeted a lot of animals into this house. And he's a great companion. He's essentially like a hospital cat. You know, he greets everyone. He's pretty good. He's a good cat. My Bengal loves keyboards. Do you figure out how to pick up laptop keys? No, pick them off. Oh yeah, they put their claw in and then lift them off. Oh, I had a cat that did that. She was called Maple, and she used to like picking at like the escape key and the space bar, and because obviously they're claws, you know, she would like lift them off and then just bat them around the room. Yes, that's a thing. Hello, Ditty. I have a RB and 3 ragdolls. RB. Right. Don't tell me. What's an RB? A Russian blue. A Russian blue, right? What's wrong with my brain? Do you know what? I need to go head to head with Taylor Swift on cat knowledge, right? I know Taylor likes her cats, but they are not as cool as these. Emma's over there and she's sleeping. But would you like to see Emma? Hello Ditty. Emma is like a... She's like a Russian blue. Okay, I'll bring her for you. She's right here. If I die, I bleed on streams, by the way. I think it's been 2 streams now where I have literally bled, and 1 stream where Nina bled. Actually, that was a really interesting stream where Nina ended up with a cut, because 3 things went wrong on that stream, and it was like after the second thing, we were all like, something's gonna happen. 30 seconds ago. What was that? Okay, I'll go get her. No. Yes. She likes watching rocket launches and listening to heavy metal music. Amber, she's not chill. She's accumulating anger right now. This is her underpants. Okay. I put her down now. Also, oh no. Opening the window as well because like the heating's just come on and I'm hot. Accumulating Anger would be a good band name. Yeah. This is Emma and she's very cool. She's very feisty, by the way. She is very passionate. You catch a new cough, Mike? No, Miss Pat, no. I literally, you know, I said I walked in like 5 minutes before the stream started. Well, I just crammed a McDonald's down in approximately 40 seconds. And what you're hearing is the after effects of that. Where I'm like, I am well. So, as I was saying, concrete jungle, accumulating anger followed by passive aggression is wrong. It's accumulating anger and then just like exploding. Just, she's currently sitting on the windowsill where I just placed her. Diffusing is what she's doing. She's diffusing. I had a McPlant and fries and also an apple pie that I haven't eaten because of time. But I'll have it during the break. McChicken, no! Poor Hetty and Cookie. Aww. Hello, Ditty. One can never have too many cats. Well, we have had like nearly 25 at one point. Miss Pat, don't cram McDonald's down in 40 seconds. Right? Well, I had 40 seconds to start the stream. I've got to be on time. It's a schedule. God damn it. It's a schedule. We have a schedule to if I don't stick to the schedule, then what will happen? I'm joking, by the way. And, you know, with respect to those who that is a hard line and they have to follow schedules, I'm just messing with you. We're having some fun. Because my last video about sort of schedules and routines and things, like I genuinely was sort of starting to pull my hair out. The reason I had for that is because like it was like, you know, someone's going to think that I'm an idiot for thinking that I'm autistic because I don't follow schedules. Do you know what I mean? Autism, the world will combust if the schedule isn't followed. Schedule, you should pronounce it schedule. I get what you're saying. We call them schedules. You guys call them schedules. I get it. Tomato. And I appreciate that is definitely a thing. ADHD, definitely. I didn't even touch on ADHD in my video. I didn't feel it was particularly necessary, you know, for sort of doubly complicating it. Time to write in my journal. I normally put do not disturb on. Manage my notifications. Do not disturb. Do not disturb. On. Good. Let's not be disturbed. This is private, don't you know? I can't follow schedule. Yeah, schedules stress me out too. Like, so, like as an example, if I have an appointment, say for example a day, I don't have any clear days, but if I did have a clear day, if that were such a thing, I had a clear day, and something was scheduled for like 3:30 p.m. that would fuck up my entire day. I'd be struggling to, I'd be just constantly fixated on this thing at 3:30, which I would then be late for, and it would annoy me. It's a problem. That's hard for me to put into a YouTube video though, bearing in mind that like on a live stream we can have a conversation, whereas on a YouTube video it's like, okay, so now I've just said that, now what? Like it doesn't really, it's, I don't know that that's not, like, I don't know that's like a thing. And it's certainly not part of the diagnostic criteria. It's not like I can say, hey, you know, just trying to be careful here, trying to be responsible. But that's the truth. That's how it is. I need to live. Oh, sorry, the words just got out of my head. It's not vacuously. It's you live what's the word? You live through someone else. Like I like watching people's holiday. Look at people's holiday photos. You live through someone else. What is that word? What? It's vicariously. There you go. The T fairy's now corrected your shape of soup. It's vicariously. Anne-Marie, there you go. Straight in there too. Yeah. What is Weird Fish? Oh, my top. Sorry. Weird Fish is a brand. I've had this top for 10 years. Can you believe? This is my 10-year-old hoodie. Like, I'm not even joking. People in the chat are trying to spell vicariously. Who got it right? Concrete Jungle, Stephanie, Genoa got it right. Nice to see you back, by the way. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh no. You might have got it wrong because Jennifer Footman's got it right. And Ricket, 10 points to Ravenclaw. Yes. Cyrillic named Ran Tanhuk Kua. I'm really sorry if I said that wrong. I did say it wrong. The chances of me, it's a near zero chance of me getting it wrong. There's a greater than zero chance of me getting it right. Nice. Look on the right side. Right. Funny thing, my ADHD daughter is great about schedules. Or schedules for soup, but it's because she has a lot of reminders and she's always super anxious about being on time. She's ready by 30 minutes. Yeah, I do try. Hallie Chanka, nice to meet you. Thank you for that. That's now in my brain. Eagle Rider, typo, I'm not, sorry, this chat just moved. I missed you. Turn up. 1, 2, 3. So yes, sometimes I'm toddler. For Locali Advocates says, means all my routines are crashed most of the time. Sometimes it's a go with the meltdown flow. Yours or you're the toddlers? Meltdowns are rare for me. I tend to shut down. But you know, it's largely a function of not as it were like getting your own way, but more of a case of environmental. And as you age, you will get better at picking, you know. Something that makes me laugh is, you pronounced it perfectly, thank you. Yeah, it's important for me to do that. Paul Dugas, nice to see you again. Good day from Canada. Caught the Awesome Intro song back after making coffee. Oh, could do with a coffee right now. If you could design an autism adult-friendly hotel or resort, what would it be like? Oh, that's such a good question. I think that would be amazing. I mean, like, what are we talking about here? Like macro things or micro things? Because like on the micro level, like self-check-in, like pin codes to rooms, that sort of thing. So you don't need to interact with people if you don't want to. I'd go with flexible in, check-in and check-out times. A combination of communal areas, but also like quiet communal area would be quite cool too. And I don't mean like necessarily sensory room. The problem with sensory rooms is, well, I don't know about you, but even as a child, like here's something I hated. It just come to me. You know, the bare feet thing, like bare feet in, I mean, I walk around with bare feet, but my point is like bare feet in a school gym that's never really cleaned. It just smells. It's got that like skanky kind of like cauliflower and cabbage and cheese kind of smell, like just permeates. Like the floor is basically just 50 years worth. It was an old school I went to, of just like dead skin cells. And people are leaving the chat now. Oh, nice. See you later. Pardalo, how you doing? I saw birds, Pardalo. Don't let me forget. I'll put them in the nature channel. I saw some really funny. I was trying to drive, and there were birds in the way. They were pheasants, but they weren't just any pheasants. They were teenage pheasants, and teenage pheasants. They just don't want to walk fast. They don't want to fly. They don't want to move out of the way. And it was male and female mix of pheasants. And pheasants are a weird one because they shouldn't be native, but they are. They're introduced, obviously. Like posh, but Helen, Mike, you just described my school hall. Yeah, I mean, this is basically what like British schools. That's what they're like. But yeah, on the Discord. So access is through my Patreon, all tiers. In fact, even the lowest tier of just $4 a month includes the Discord, and a whole bunch of things, including like after parties, tons of stuff, giveaways, games, and we're going to do more giveaways soon. Oh, Christmas is coming. I want to see if but yeah, these were, you know, teenage birds, and they're so no offense to any teenagers, but they're so like not with it or distracted or something. And later, yeah, it's pheasants for hunting. Yeah, so it's like you know, like super wealthy, you know, almost feudal, you know, landowners would import these birds and then shoot them. That happens here as well. But yeah, they're not native. Imagine if you ask Autism Speaks what an autism-friendly hotel would be like. Oh, that message took me a while to process. Yeah, I mean, look. Do I look a little bit of a weird colour to you? Do I need to change the colour of my light to a bit more? Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Just like trying to like sort out my colour. Do you know what I mean? Are we going? What way are we going? We've got to go that way, haven't we? A little bit. There we go. Combination of. Okay, that's better. Can you explain the bare feet at the gym? Split a P. Yeah, basically, there's an awful lot of bare feet kind of like gymnastics stuff. So you've got like normal sort of gymnastics, where they especially in bare feet, particularly like it's a younger thing. It's not for high school really so much. It's more like a junior school, and then maybe the first year or two of high school, that kind of era. Up to about the age of 12, you're looking at like bare feet. Hey Tay, how's it going? Tay's on day in the chat, everybody. You probably get this all the time, Tay, but like, I remember you from the old internet. You were there when when YouTube was created. But yeah, sorry you've walked in on this conversation about the smell of feet, because, you know, that's just how we roll over here on this channel. I don't even know how we got onto that conversation. Better foot development with bare feet, says Wendy. Maybe. I mean, I found it sensorily difficult. Unsanitary. Probably, yes. Harriet Windybank, I've been both so bored and miserable the last few days. Yeah, Harriet, you've been through the wars the last few days. The Autistic AF Discord community has helped me keep me sane even when I was often faced on painkillers. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, you've been through the wars. We've had a few people in the community like go through the wars almost one after another over the past sort of couple of months, and it's like hopefully we've got it out the way. Do you know, like the chaos? Like hopefully we get the chaos done and out the way, and then we can move on to the fun things and move on to the nice things. Hopefully we can do that. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully we can do that. What were we talking about? There was something, and like, I apologize, everyone, from having like from just completely destroying the conversation. Yeah, chaos. Yeah, chaos. Yeah, hopefully we just get the chaos out of the way, and then things can come back to normal. Hopefully we can just have some like quiet, boring time again. Like I want that for everyone. You know that Chinese, like ancient Chinese curse, the I hope you live in interesting times. Interesting meaning like, you know, difficult and troublesome. Well, my response to that would be, I hope you just all have the most boring days ahead. I hope everything is boring, but not like trudging through treacle, but just like boring because it just boring, just boring, and free of burden. There you go. Helen, don't forget the lost PE kits, Warner. You had to pick one if you forgot yours. Yes. Yes, you had to. If you forgot your PE kit or your PE kit wasn't like right, you had to go and get PE kit from a lost. So basically, if you turned up and you forgot your PE kit, or it wasn't right or something, you weren't wearing the right thing, you had to go to this cardboard box of like used clothes and pick yourself from something from that. And I think it was intended as a punishment, sort of. You know, and you'd have to wear like something from that box. Where that is the least autism-friendly thing I think you could ask somebody to do. You single them out in front of everyone, send them off to the box of shame, and make them don the careful what I say in here. I've got words going through my head that I can't say on YouTube, or probably shouldn't do. Do you all remember when we did that thing about trying to get the view count down on the stream, trying to get people to leave? And we did the sort of like inverse body scan thing. That was great fun. Do you know what? I really enjoyed that. That was a really good game. But yeah, it's mostly unwashed. Yeah, musty. Yeah, it was musty. Yeah, Noreen, same here. We I don't know what's worse, is the doing PE in your underwear, which I've had to do personally before, and also the you know, the having to wear the lost property sort of kit. It's definitely meant as some sort of punishment, but it just doesn't work like that. It's just, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's just be good. Things should be working. If they're not working, I should be able to figure it out. Right, that needs to go to here. There we go. That should be working. Like it should be good. Like we're all good right now. There's no, I did not get nuked in a fireball, Helene. I turned it off and turned it back on again. Are we good? Are we good? Please let me know. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everyone. I don't like technical glitches, but you know, yeah, most things can be resolved by turning it off and turning it back on again. This is such a cool thing, by the way. If any of you want to be like software engineers, yeah, like, do you know, there's like, you don't need to worry. Like in today's modern era, unless you're doing like really intensive back-end systems and things, you can just tell people to reboot stuff. like you just tell clients, look, your server, you just have to put in like a cron job, this like automated time job to just reboot the server every day. It's, you know, it's good for the server, yeah, and good for not having to fix memory leaks. That's also quite good too. Sheska, stop revealing industry secrets, Mike. I'm sorry. Just put another stick of RAM in. Be all right. Be fine. And you don't have to like release memory back. Programmers are terrible at this. You know, they just like allocate stuff all over the place, but never actually clean up after themselves. Just like teenagers. Anyway, turned it off and turned it back on again. That's what we'll do if I end up being pixelated. Oh, sorry, Saber, you can't eat those. Actually, I bet you can, but like that's not really the point, is it? Here's my black cat. He's my biz boy. Yes, he's my void. Isn't he beautiful? I think he's beautiful. Beautiful. No. Watch IT Crowd. Yeah. And you know, I don't know. I mean, there's an episode of IT Crowd that I absolutely love, and it's the football one. I don't know. You tell me if you've seen it or not seen it. But Ross and Roy. Not Ross. Sorry. My brain's broken. Someone fill it in for me, please. It begins with M, doesn't it? What's his name? Why is my brain not working? It's Roy and Moss, not Ross. See? I knew it wasn't Ross, and I knew it began with an M. Why does brain? Like, why does brain? Okay, there's an episode, and it's really good because because Moss like talks to like the post guy in the office, right? He comes down and starts talking football stuff and goes, "Did you see that game last night?" And you know what's so funny? I mean, for me, it's just hilarious because that was my childhood. I bought the football magazines, put the posters up in my room. I've only ever watched one football game in my entire life from start to finish, like on a sofa, and watched the whole thing. I really like. Football is something I really struggle with, and in England particularly, it is like a national sport, and it's pretty much what men will talk to about it with each other, and it's a metaphor for how they're feeling. Johnson, you seem to have a problem with long-term memory retrieval. No. The retrieval works, but like some of the bits are missing. I was thinking like if I ever had symptoms of like dementia or something, that you guys would probably pick up on it really, really fast. So basically, like this is for my health right now. This is like this is like screening. Like it used to be, for example, that couples would get tax relief because you'd essentially be like two people in a relationship would essentially be slightly cheaper to care for in the health system because you'd spot things earlier. So yeah, hopefully, I'm not saying relationship, but like hopefully, you know, we can just cover each other's backs, you know what I mean? But anyway, football. And all conversations end up, so I've got the football scripts as well. And then the whole sort of like, did you see the game last night? Is such a common thing. You can say that to basically any bloke in the UK, even autistic ones that don't watch football. And you'll get the same sort of response. You'll literally get the whole kind of like, you know, you'll get the same thing back and they'll go like, oh yeah. And every football fan believes they know better than the referees and the professionals that run the sport, right? Everybody. And you just go, oh, that ref. Like all you have to do is like, oh, you know, that referee. I just, and then, like, I even learned what the offside rule was. Like, why do I need that information? Can I just release that? Can I, like I was talking earlier about the programmers, can I just like release those that bit in my brain because I need every bit I can manage right now. The ref was having a laugh. Yeah. Oh, the ref needs sacking all the time. Just sack all the refs. TOEFL, you can just learn the things, or just don't bother. But you know, like part of it is like the football thing in England. I'm giving you British culture here. It's kind of like a metaphor for how people are feeling. And like people like, not only when their teams do really well do people then feel really happy about themselves, but then like people feel bad when teams are worse. And I don't want to go dark here. We're having a break from reality for a little bit. Jimmy, do I support anyone? Autistic community, content creators on YouTube, musicians maybe, like there's bands I like the music. I don't know about their personal lives. I don't know. But like what's your thoughts on the new temporary menu? They've got a temporary new menu. Have they, Jimmy? I don't know. like I just really like struggle. Like I don't know. Ping pong. Ping pong does look fun. I think it is called ping pong. It might have a different name. I think it's called ping pong. I don't think it's region anyway. I don't have people falling over me as well, like a debug code or anything. We won at the weekend. Yeah, that's true as well, Judy. That actually threw me for years of my life. Pretty much my entire school period, where all of the other guys were into football, or at least pretending to be. They were like, "Oh, we won at the weekend," and I'd be like, "Oh, congratulations! Hey, well done." And then they'd be, "Look at you, stupid!" Like, you know, I literally have caused drama by, as a child, you know, well, in high school. Like, I just remember we had the one incident of like, "Oh yeah, congratulations, that's brilliant," because I thought they were playing football and I was trying to, or they were playing a sport, they won at the weekend. Hey, that's what you say to people. Or I ran at the weekend, I did athletics, or I did this, or you know, it's like, well, yeah, cool, that's brilliant. Hey, well done you. Like, achievement's a good thing. Like, great, well done, good job. But the whole like, we won, and then there's the other aspect as well, which is kind of like, oh, we beat them. Like, oh yeah, they're rubbish. Well, we beat them, and it's like, what? What? You don't need to shit on them. They're exactly the same as you. They are mostly male. They're mostly wearing the same outfit as you in a different color. You even play like on the same. You swap sides, don't you? Like at half time, so you're playing to make sure the pitch is fair. Like they're not like awful people and you're good people. And it's like, what? I'm sorry, what? Hello? What's that all about? So I do struggle with that quite a bit. I in my later life, currently just find myself glazing over when people talk about football. But this is a privilege I have, being this point in my life. I can just go, yay. When Andy Murray wins, he's British. When he loses, he's Scottish. Exactly. And he has said this so much. And like, you know, yeah. It's just, yeah. I guess it's just the rivalries, isn't it? You know, those regional rivalries, or Manchester and Liverpool, which are basically in the same spot. Liverpool and Manchester, they're so close. They're like there, right? Northwest England, and they couldn't be more different. The accents are different, and it's like you've travelled in America and got on a plane and gone somewhere else and gone to a new state. That's how different it is. And like football plays into that too. So yeah, there it is. But needing from the it crowd, needing an app to kind of give you the small talk, to give you all of the how dare you, Mike, says Harriet. I've got this I was given this for my birthday a few years ago from a friend who is Mancunian, and I would often make. Sometimes it was intentional, and sometimes it was not intentional, and I'd often make mistakes and be like, Oops. Yeah, Mancunian. Anyway, I quite like this because it, astronomy and cephalopods. Definitely. Oh. Never quite anyone from South Mancunian. Yeah, and people totally feel that way. And I think sports in a way is great. I went to see an ice hockey game. I enjoyed watching that. That was quite good and a little bit thrilling and a bit, this is interesting. An ice hockey game, that was quite fun. And, I can appreciate the sport. Sometimes I didn't this year really, or for the last few years. But 2012 were London Olympics, because it was in my help me out here, people that live near London. The London Olympics in 2012 was pretty cool. Like that was pretty cool. And people in England were kind of like nice to each other all of a sudden. So like, it's just, yeah, the London Olympics was good. What's up, Sage? You want to get out that door? Can people please tell me, oh, great autistic and neurodivergent and holistic minds, could you please tell me why cats want to go out so desperately and then just you open the door and they go, I think I just wanted the door open while I sat at the threshold. Helen, I bet you watched the Olympic opening ceremony though, right? That was good fun. The London opening ceremony. It was just really good. And it was very positive. And it showed off like really nice things about Britain, and it's like, oh, because we don't really think about that very much. But yeah, the whole stuff about football teams and things or whatever, I find it tribalistic, and I don't know if that is a neurodivergent trait or not, but I really struggle with it. Maybe I just don't have like a sports home team that I'm like super, that are like extended family or something. But it's cats do the cat things for reasons which are based in cat logic. Yeah, because cats like to have the option. Yeah. They think it's their house and they're allowing you to live there. Although cats are autonomous creatures, we should just understand their needs. For someone so keen on sea flap flaps, how come you have no cat flap in your doors? We do, a few of them. Yeah, well actually the doors don't have cat flaps in, but there's a few walls that do. Pardon me, sorry. It's tribalistic, yeah, let's get on it. And I think the tribes, I'm not going to talk about, if you put TV on there now, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about that. But like, we do have this tribalistic thing, and I wonder sometimes if I'm tribalistic, for example, am I tribalistic against what don't I like? What sort of groups of people do I think suck? I don't know. The fake disorder cringe is the first thing that comes to mind on Reddit. The people on TikTok that make fun of neurodivergent people, or don't like that, because that's kind of that's an ideological group that I'm not keen on. But it's not the people I'm not keen on, because I don't know them. It's just that behaviour. But like football, I don't care about football, but I don't like certain football related behaviours. What else is there? I don't know. I don't really dislike stuff. Autism Speaks. I dislike Autism Speaks. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very much. I dislike their governance. I dislike... Someone asked me, and I'm not sure who it was. I think it might have been Wendy. What could they do to have me not dislike them and their organisation and their values so much? And I think that what I would really like, say, Autism Speaks to do is to put in place immediately a 12-year plan, give plus or minus 2 years, to turn the organisation around. They need to have a rebrand, but the rebrand needs to come from the culture, not necessarily from putting a bit of pink on their blue logo. Oh, sorry, I'm using this, but this is from my Mac. It's not. I have to scroll out. Yeah, close down probably. Yeah, but they could reform. They could make it right. They could make it right. Sorry, I need to get the chat up. I've lost my chat. I got it back. Puzzle pieces, yeah. I mean, it must suck for autistic people that love puzzles. Like, I mean, personally, I'm not a fan of puzzles. I find them mildly infuriating. But, like, I don't but if I was an autistic person, you have to be autistic for this, and loved puzzles, like behind me you have like boxes of different puzzles in, or puzzles from around the world, or puzzles about the Titanic, or whatever it is you're into, I would feel really like upset and conflicted. And I know that puzzle pieces aren't exactly like multicolored and garish, but Toffle, yeah, exactly. I love puzzles, so enthralling. Yeah, exactly. Puzzles are so annoying. Oh my goodness. I think what we need to do is a poll. I think we're going to poll. I think we're going to poll. We need to poll this. I'm sorry, everyone. We're going to be going for a 2-minute break in a second, and in that time, I'm going to eat a McDonald's apple pie. And while we're waiting for that to happen, there will just be 120 seconds. This is your opportunity, because some people, and it's true, by the way, it was a valid criticism, and it was like, I don't like YouTube ads. They just play at really weird times, and you know, people can miss stuff, or they feel that it takes out the experience. So ads are off, except for when I press the button, and then they're not. So 2 minutes. It literally just 2 minutes. What's wrong with my YouTube channel? There's something strange going on. Oh, it's me. We could have done it by now. Okay, I've clicked the button. Okay, I'll see you in 2 minutes. Lou, hydrate. Remember to hydrate. See you in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I like cheese. So what? Hello everybody. Sorry, I was just in my own world for a second. What happened during the interval? What happened? What happened during the interval? Hopefully you can't hear me drinking. If you can, I'm really sorry. That's a horrible thing to do to people. I'm just trying not to... Chaos, good. We do like a little bit of chaos. Total chaos, I was digging the music. It's the instrumental version of Golden Things. by Kylie Daly, which Kylie Daly's got some great tracks, by the way, available on Spotify, etc. And while you're on Spotify, you too, Gemma, while you're on Spotify, head on over to Autistic AF and stream Hydra Rising. I won't say it helps the channel because it pays 3,000th of a cent. No, not 3,000th of a cent. 3,000ths of a cent every single time you stream Hydra Rising. And those musicians weren't cheap. You probably have to stream it a billion times. You probably have to stream Hydra Rising a billion times to actually financially break even. But what am I supposed to spend YouTube AdSense on? Hello, everybody. Hello, Saber. How can I help you? Look lost. Where are you going? Oh, cat of mine. Jeffrey, hello. Was on Spotify the other day? Nice, Toffel. It's a banging track. I think it's a banger. But you know, if you like autism and cats, you'll like the song. It's very good. I played it at the start of the stream, incidentally, which also means that this live stream is going to get copyright claimed by the same distributor that distributed Hydra Rising, and then I'm going to have to make a claim against myself, a counterclaim. But it's worth it. It's worth it. You just need a few autistic flows streaming it on and repeat. That would be really kind, but don't feel like you need to game the system. Like I said, it'll cost you more in electricity than it will actually earn in revenue. That's basically the gist. Isabella, I don't play guitar, but I do have a piano. And I'm kind of tempted, like, look, it's not time for Christmassy stuff yet. I have Christmassy, these are called biscuits, okay? Biscuits, dudes, biscuits, but you know, some of you might refer to it as a cookie, but it's a biscuit. Cookies are what web browsers use to store bits of information. This is a biscuit, okay? But like Christmas tree stuff and all that, you know, that stuff. If we start like tradition, do you know what I used to do? I used to put up a Christmas tree on Halloween, and that was the thing. I had to do it every year. I would be really sad if I didn't do it on Halloween. Like literally, Halloween was the day you're putting up a tree. Like kids are knocking on the doors, going trick or treat and all this stuff, and you're putting a Christmas tree up. That's what you do. Now the so that, yeah, I can copyright claim myself. Yeah, this stream will get copyright claimed by the distributor that I distributed Hydra Rising through, and I'll have to then go and like no, and then YouTube's like, look, you know, you're not allowed to use it, and I'm like, yeah, I bloody know, I own the song, it's mine. Yeah, cats make biscuits, yeah, and cookies and bread stuff. But yeah, Oreos. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to Christmas this year, as in like holiday season stuff. You can probably expect more content from me. I've got some time to make more content, which I enjoy it a lot. The horrible nerves of what if everyone will hate it, that's mostly gone away because I know some people will. I'm joking. But you know, no. Take care, and I've forgotten the pronunciation of your name again. Which I said I wouldn't forget, but I did forget. I'm really sorry about that. This variability is I'm sorry, but I could scroll. It's been a really busy chat, so. Vicky, I just downloaded Spotify app for the first time to listen to Hydra Rising. Oh, bless you. The other thing is, you can actually listen to Hydra Rising on everything. It's on every platform. It's literally on every platform. It's everywhere. Like, you name it. Let's have some fun. Alexa, play Hydra Rising on Spotify. Oh, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Cancel. Alexa, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. Give it a second. Alexa, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. And we can do a Google one as well. Hey Google, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. And we could try a Siri one too. Hey Siri, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. Did I win? No, don't play it now. Don't play it now. It's okay. as I was saying, are we all rocking out? Are we all rocking out to Hydra Rising? Hey, Echo, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. It's okay, Google. Thanks, El Moonlight. Okay, Google, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. How many did I win? How did I win? Did I win? Did I win? Did I hack your devices? Like I said, this is the ADHD side. You can use okay or hey for Google. All right, okay. I've got a Google. It's an older one. It's one of their earlier gen Google Homes with a screen. This small one. It's quite a few years old. I think it's first gen. And that just lives. That just lives upstairs. And it's just used. It just shows like the weather and cameras or whatever. You're streaming to my HomePod, so soon you not listen to you. You're okay. I laugh every time I hear Autistic AF said out loud. Great channel name. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Michael, my partner isn't impressed. Did it work? Look, if it worked, could you just say in the chat? Vicky, I'll ask Lex later. All right, cool. Because it's on Amazon Music. It's on all the things. It's on all the things. Oh, do you know what? Yes, it did work. Yeah, Michael, amazing. Yes, I love it. Oh, that made me happy. Oh, that made me happy. Gemma's, yeah, you set mine off, Mike. Brilliant. Yes, there's Siri played Energy Rising AF on SoundCloud for me. Ah, damn it. Nearly. It worked on Alexa here, says Judy Bell. Amazing. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, sorry for that. Thank you for confirming. That literally made me giggle. Like, well, you just presumably may have heard me giggling. But yeah, I found that very, very amusing. I don't know why, it just really amused me. It's not really like the Hydra Rising song, because I would never have made a song about a cat if it wasn't for YouTube and the community. You're all credited as very generically, the community, because the song wouldn't exist otherwise. As you know. Patchop Janeway, you'll never get me because I don't trust those speakers. Very wise. Paul, you must have generated 0.001 cents per hitting yourself. I think I possibly, because it's actually 0.003 cents, not dollars, cents. So I've actually probably generated possibly nearly a cent. Possibly nearly a cent. So if that's 3 people, then yeah, nearly a cent. Let's get Hydra Rising to Christmas #1, if only. It needs to be about sausage rolls or something. Yeah. But it was funny, right? It's really, really funny. I can really recommend the Google Nest fire alarms to you all, as I have previously. They're actually quite autism friendly. For example, if there's smoke, they don't just go off. They say, there's smoke in the kitchen. And it says, an alarm may sound. It's going to be loud. And that's really quite nice. It's like, it doesn't just hit you with the alarm, unless it really does detect an awful lot of smoke, in which case it just loses its mind and goes off. I can really recommend the Nest fire and CO alarms. They're fantastic. I really love them. They have actually saved my mother's life. My mother had a brain aneurysm about a year after my son was born. Not a year, sorry, about three or 4 months actually. And that's absolutely tragic. And she spent years in hospital and convalescing, and it's just why she's a wheelchair user now. And she accidentally knocked the oven on when she was staying with us for a while. And it was only because these things are networked and we got an alert that there's a fire, basically. It's like, oh shit. And went running, and ironically, my son was at home, but you know what teenagers are like. He was asleep. He slept through it all. Not even the alarm, of which there's one just above his bed, woke him up. And basically, yeah, they warned before the monthly test. Yeah, it's great. And yeah, so I literally ran in. And what happened is, because my dad had left, just fine, actually, just left some stuff, some plastic things as well, weirdly, on top of the oven, on top of the stove. Those are what started to melt. And my mum just, obviously, she just sort of moving past it, just knocked it and turned it on. And there was smoke everywhere. There was a thick layer, maybe about a foot and a half of smoke on the ceiling, black smoke. Yeah, it's really, really scary. So I know, a lot of people have got a story that they can say. There were others as well. I mean, it's not the first person where a fire alarm's gone, something's the matter, we can take action. Rather than, your house is burnt down, here's the evidence, rather than that sort of thing. It was actually in their timely. But it was only because they were networked. I wouldn't have heard them otherwise. So there you go. But on the flip side, if you have an anchor, not anchor, I'll take that back. Is it the D-bots? It's not Eufy. No, it's not Eufy. There is a home vacuum cleaner, robot vacuum cleaner. I'm a big fan of robot vacuum cleaners. We have robot vacuum cleaners running nearly all the time, except for when like study work, hyperfocus, watching a film, maybe even then they'll be running. One of them has a camera on it, and it's vulnerable, and they're not going to fix it. I just thought I'd let you guys know. But I forget which manufacturer it is. It's not Anchor, I don't think. Eufy is Anchor, yeah, it is. But it's not Eufy, it's not Anchor, it's sorry, my brain's working. I should probably Google search it. It's not iRobot or Shark. We should probably just Google it rather than sit here watching my brain implode. Hey Gemma, 2 years ago, my apartment block. You said through it and only woke because police and fire people banged the door. Oh no way! That's so scary. That's really, really scary. That's really, really scary. That would terrify me. Good luck, Jeffrey. We shall not speak again about this. But yeah, so sorry for dropping the tone again. But yeah, it was absolutely just utterly terrifying, but also really grateful for these things. And what if you got badly told off, but your alarm didn't go off? You didn't hear the alarm. I think either one is not your mistake. Like, even if somebody's in the deepest of sleeps, like the only time like you shouldn't be aware of an alarm is like if you're in a coma or something. Like if you're unconscious. If you're conscious, there's no way. Like you should absolutely hear it. Like it should be louder. It should be placed closer to you. Blah blah blah. I met someone through a fire alarm. You met someone through a fire alarm, and now in a WhatsApp group for local indie meetup, a new friend. I'm sorry, you met someone through a fire alarm? How did you do that, Jules? Is this where all of the autism people are? In the fire alarms? But I think it's amazing that you've been to a local neurodiverse meetup and met a new friend. That's amazing. I really want to hear a bit more about this because it seems like a typo. You met through a fire alarm? How? How did you meet over a fire alarm? Jules? Jules? You have to respond. PDA be damned. How did you meet through a fire alarm, Jules? Jenny, I seen you lived in a flat over a jeweler's shop, and the alarm bell was directly outside my bedroom window. My dog and I once slept through it till morning. Oh, no way. Nice. If fire broke out here, why'd you remove all the smoke alarms? Asked there. Smoke alarms are not expensive. I mean, this one's a really fancy one. We bought, like, you can buy them in packs of 3, and they are expensive. But like I said, like, I'm glad we did. And if it were a standard smoke alarm, we wouldn't hear it. Stone walls, wouldn't hear it. I guess at the assembly spot, maybe, Yannicka. But like, I need to know. Imagination lies, Jules. The public demands to know. We all demand to know. There's over 100 people here wanting to know. How did you meet someone and a neurodiverse group through a fire alarm? How did? That's a. You can talk to autistic people through fire alarms. Jansen, the concept of alarms is hilarious. Let's make huge noise. So distracting. I can't think straight. That's why these Nest ones are really good. By the way, not sponsored. Like, no brands or whatever. I mean, if they want to sponsor me, that's great. But like, they just, that's why it says like, hey, there's going to be an alarm. It's going to be, it says it's going to be loud. It's going to be loud. And it's like, the alarm may sound, it's going to be loud. I hear that all the time. Burnt toast or whatever. The alarm may sound, it's going to be loud. And that's the time you have to run to one and then press the button. And it will say, smoke alarm silenced. And then you're fine. Oh, we talked after we let back into the building. Okay, thank you, Jules. The alarm. The fire alarm was when, Jules says, the fire alarm was when somebody finally, was brave enough to talk to me, and we talked for a while after. We even talked after we let it back into the building. The alarm was way too loud in your hallway. Okay. Smoke alarm's always going off when cooking steak or toast. You can move them about. It's a bit of an art. But yeah, you definitely need smoke alarms. Yeah, they do work if electricity's out. They're just batteries. But you can get... So, smoke alarms, by the way. So there's battery smoke alarms, which are the most common type. But in larger public buildings or apartment blocks, you'll have wired in smoke alarms, which use the they use like, I don't know what it is, like 12 volts or 16 volts or something. But they'll use like a low voltage supply to run the fire alarm, just like a doorbell. Judy Bell, lovely. I'm going to bed now, but I'm glad I was here for the fire alarm meeting explanation. No, she's dropped another one. The reason the person was scared off to talk to me, says Jules, was because of my unusual outfit intimidated them. Jules, what was your outfit? Don't do this. Were you wearing a T-Rex costume, says Soup. Jules, what were you wearing? We all need to know. You can't just do half the story. You can't just... Jules, we need to know. And not only do we need to know... Okay, so what we've learned from Jules so far is fire alarms are good for meeting neurodivergent people. But not the fire alarm itself, the muster point, you know, where you go to. That's a good networking spot for neurodivergent people. And also, don't dress up as an inflatable T-Rex because you might scare them off. Jules? Jules? Jules! What did you wear to scare off the neurodivergent person? We need to know. Okay. Jules, by the way, my pronouns are he, him. Got you. Now, what were you wearing in... Did the fire alarm go off and you thought, this is my moment to put my T-Rex arms into the T-Rex costume, and then you go to the muster point dressed as a T-Rex and you're like, new friend. And the other person was dressed as a prey animal. Jules says, it's my usual outfit, a semicircular cloak, cat ears with several pins and a pine cone attached, sunglasses and big headphones. That's pretty noticeable, very different. The pine cone would be the thing that I'd be like, is that a pine cone? It is a pine cone. Where did you get your pine cone from? Everything else just passes as pretty standard, to be honest. like cat ears. Everyone's got cat ears. Like there's easily like 15 pairs of cat ears just within about 5 meters of me right now. But the pine cone? I do the walking without swinging my arms unless I remember to do it. It's just... That's amazing. That's really funny. You should do that like through an airport or through like a tube station or public transport or something. Because no one would know. Everyone would become immediately uneasy, but no one would know why. And no one could say anything. If you did it like in an office or something, no one could say anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just... I used to collect pine cones. Just, I guess what can be intimidating about the outfit is how confident I am when wearing it. With that cloak, it's either pull off with the confidence, or I don't know what else. I got to do that at the airport in September. I remember the police bulletin. But yes, we'll all recognise Jules if we bump into you in real life. If I see somebody with a pine cone and cat ears, I am immediately going to be asking, "Hey, are you Jules?" Because Pardolo, yes, and you get the random search at the airport because you look and act weird. I get searched every single beep time. Every single time, and it's not funny, and I don't like it, and it annoys me. And I came back from Manchester. Don't fly to Manchester Airport. It's the worst airport in the entire universe. It literally is awful. Like the security line is in the middle of the building. There's no windows or whatever. It's just, and there's tons of people in there. So it's hot, it's smelly, it's noisy. You have to stand, you can't sit. There's signs everywhere saying you can't take pictures. You can't, do you know what I mean? And the staff are being rude to you and shouting at you, "Get your laptops out, get your laptops out." They're walking down the line going, "Did you hear me? Get your laptop." Like everyone speaks English. And then you get to the queue. And I remember there was an old lady. So I arrive at one of the like sort of points to put your stuff in the plastic boxes they give you, the plastic bowl type things, like the wash basin things. And I'm putting my stuff in, and there's this old lady who's really struggling, and behind her is her daughter or something. I don't want to presume. I'm just going off ages, right? It was like a younger family member or friend. Was like 2 meters behind, and offered to help and said, "Can I help?" And the man behind the counter said no. And I just looked at him and said, "That is unbelievably rude." And then they pulled me aside for a personal search. Don't speak up for people in public. You should not do that. That is a bad thing to do. So they did. They searched my stuff. They didn't search me, but they went through all of my things and then drug wiped it and whatever. And because I'd just come back from literally filming, I was filming a wildlife event. There was lots of like camera equipment, cards, drives, batteries, that sort of thing. And it just took them bloody ages. And in the end, they told me not to bring my tripod. I had a portable tripod, and that set it off. That's what they were really funny about, which is probably true. But yeah, this old woman, like I'm going to say her daughter, I don't know, was like, coming forward to help, and she was shouted back, and I'm like, "Don't be rude. Can you not see?" I said the queue is like 2 hours long, and the elderly people are struggled the whole time because there's nowhere for them to sit. Yeah, Don't speak like that to security agents. It's not the TSA, but hey, hell, I mean, this is the UK. Don't speak like that to agents because they just want to. I don't. Hey, well, maybe I'm just hot taking right now. I'm getting angry now, but like, there's an element of like bullying in the air, and it's like, what the hell? Like, come on. If you get a shift change in security, then they pull loads of bags for the next shift to deal with. Yeah, it's almost that sort of thing. Don't have a resting guilt face to offer. I get told that I should just stop talking, and I appear to be building a different sort of profession, I guess. I'm just talking a lot. Like so I either don't talk, or I speak at the wrong time, or I say something to the wrong person, and it's all wrong. And I don't know. I struggle to do the, oh, you're more important than me. I need to be still and small and important and hide because you're important. And I do know I struggle, like, and it's not like a rebellious, like, hey, fuck you, but it's like, hey, Jansen, I now have a sunflower landlord. Thank you very much to Helen in the chat and family for providing me with sunflower paraphernalia. It is here. I have a sunflower landlord now, and the other things. They got me the full sunflower package. Now the thing is, I didn't know that security place would be so bad. That ain't happening again. I'm not putting myself through that again. Oh, Dubai can legally imprison you if you're trans. What the hell? I thought Dubai's becoming more progressive now. Like, really? Like, they literally will. I've done Manchester Airport so many times a routine to go through security. Yeah, the thing is also, it was all paid for by a large corporate paid for all the travel. So I wasn't actually, I wasn't in charge. I had no say in anything other than going along. Powerful people can sense it. Yeah, hierarchy. It's weird, and it's like, hierarchy for hierarchy's sake. And like, it's all context sensitive, isn't it? But I just. If a security person is forcing an elderly person to struggle, and we're talking like this woman was like 4 foot something or other, like, I don't know, like really, I imagine her spine was compressed. She's a really old woman, and she was struggling physically to just like empty stuff, and this guy's like rattling this box at her, and there were several guards, like one guard per 3 lanes, and there's like I don't know how many lanes are at Manchester Airport, the security thing. To fly out, it was outbound, and it was really unpleasant. Yeah, but like, why I said something, but it was just impulsively. It wasn't like oh my god, look at what's going on. This is really. I'm just like, because the daughter stepped forward, and you're not supposed to step forward. You're supposed to stand on the circles on the floor, and because there's like circles on the floor, you have to stand on those because it's got pictures of feet on them, and you stand on the feet on the circle, and you mustn't move. You must wait your turn. And this weird definition of authority, because I'm like, mate, you're being a dickhead. And if we talk about like a bigger authority in terms of like human rights legislation, it's all kinds of wrong. And in the court of public opinion, the reason they don't want people taking photos in there, and they've got posters everywhere saying no photography, no photography. That's the only posters they've got. They've got posters going no photography, like everywhere, like every few meters, no photography. I have a video coming out very, very soon on the sunflower Yanlard. It's a hidden disabilities sunflower. It's a sign that the wearer has a hidden disability. It may need more time and patience, essentially. It's an optional thing to wear. Airports, for example, will give you a bit more time. I have no experience of wearing this at an airport. Like I said, this was given to me by a friend who's in the chat now, I presume. Say hello, Helen. Thank you very much for this. And the sunflower pin and the thing on the end, which I took it off. I've just got this attached to my bag. And yeah, I mean, but the thing is, you know, I don't think about what's going to happen to me for saying such things or for doing stuff, because the whole kind of like politics and you know, punishment and things. So, for example, you know, you take too long, you do something they don't like, therefore they're going to punish you by subjecting you to a delay and to extra. This sort of thing. That's how humanity generally works. That is the case. I mean, my advice to you all is don't speak up when you're in those opportunities where people have power over you. The problem that I have is that I often will and just did, and I didn't think it through. I'm just in a situation where it's me, old lady next to me, no one can help her. Security guard's rude to her, even though there's a you know, clearly a family member behind who smiled at me and said thank you, by the way. I have to say that the family were really appreciative that I'm trying to help their older relative. I'm just a random passenger who gets subjected to extra searches because he spoke up, presumably. We don't know this. They said it was because of my camera tripod, but we don't know. It just so happens that I get searched every single time. And I don't know what it is. Wendy, maybe, but I think it's possibly less ADHD and more sense of justice, really. Because, yeah, Ace there, those same people are trying to lord the power over you, correct. And when you've got like 40 years of this, you go through 40 years of this shit where people are constantly trying to lord over you. And by the way, I do think anecdotally, I do read a lot of bloody scientific research, but entirely anecdotally, I think that people displaying autistic traits, by the way, these thin sliced judgments, people judge really fast. People can spot an autistic person in like a fraction of a second. This is true. What I don't have evidence for, except for entire lived experience, is I find that autistic people tend to get preyed on a bit, and not because of autism, but because you've got a tell. There's a tell. There's a way that you hold yourself, a way that you might dress, or a way of thing. There's a thing. There's a giveaway. Something happens, and immediately it's like, ha, got one. Let's make them eat shit. So that kind of happens, and I'm not trying to like make this a very, very sad stream, right? I'm trying to give people a break here. I'm trying to give people a bit of a moment, right? But I think this is important to note because I have just gone on about what I did, and I think it's bad advice for people. It's not good advice to speak up. But then, you know, I just have this sort of sense of justice, and I just speak out. I just treat people fairly flatly. Kamishi, I think that's possibly true regarding the people of color thing. As for me, I don't know what you guys think in terms of how I appear. I'm half Malaysian, and when I was younger, I'd say for the first 25 years of my life, up to age 25, I looked very Asian. I was basically people thought I was Chinese or Japanese. Some people thought I was Filipino. And now people don't think that. I'm sorry I'm messing with my hair. I'm just looking at myself in the thing and I'm like, oh, look, my hair's wrong. So I've had, you know, I don't really sort of experience much overt racism, but I have done. And as I've gotten older, I experience less overt racism. But in the autism side of things, for sure, they get confused. They think they want to control you. Yeah, or they think you might be a risk, or you might not look right, and they just want to get you done, so they might be a bit more controlling. There's a number of different reasons. Pandalo, I think that's right what you said. You know, I think that the different vibe sets off their fight or flight impulse, and they don't like that feeling, so they react. Yes. Emily, yeah, you're right. This is actually true. There are a lot of I don't know if the word positive stereotype is right about sort of Asian minorities. But yeah, there's a lot of that. You look more you with time. Yeah, I think that's true for everybody. Because they told me to see you coming. Maybe they do. I'm adopted South Korean and I'm also born with a cleft lip, so people stare at me from the moment I plopped out my birth mother. I also think that when you play hierarchical games, by the way, and you get that little reward. I mean, I get reward from other things. I get a load of reward from these live streams, for example, or from making YouTube videos. I enjoy it a lot, and I'm learning so much. I'm just in constant amazement and wonderment as to how shit the world is regarding autism, because that bit is new to me. Take care, Jessica. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying autism is new, but the culture and what I'm learning, I'm like, holy crap, people really believe that? What? Holy shit. So I'm learning constantly all this, all this new stuff, and I'm just amazed at it. And that just makes me want to go more. And I'm like, okay, what next? What next? What about that thing? Holy shit. And also, one life, etc. And I'm trying to do my best, and I get rewarded from that. What I'm trying to say is I do a thing and I get rewarded. And it's also possible that certain personality types might get a reward or a kick out of controlling others for the sake of it, rather than like traffic cops or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like controlling others for the sake of it. And that's a problem for me. But they've got to go. That's what they do. And you're right. I think it's fight or flight response. I think it's literally adrenaline. I've changed a lot of things. I think I'll open up on this more on Patreon. There's been quite a few things I've changed. I've even changed legislation. And what I can tell you is that it's been a result of someone being trying to use power to do horrible things, and I've stood up to them. And it's not. This is not something I recommend to people. I don't recommend it. There are people, there are people in horrible situations as a result of it, and it's like, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I don't like being vague. I like being very specific. Harriet, people don't pick up that I'm disabled until I need, and so I read something. Sorry, I thought you said need something. Yeah. People tend to look at me and they don't think of me as being disabled. They think of me as being privileged, like they think of me as being like a really good software engineer. They think of me as being a geek, a nerd, detail person. But like, oh my God, look at you, sort of thing. And I had a comment, and it wasn't a negative comment. It was just, it was just somebody saying, you present. They said to me in my last video, you present so well, and I don't, like. It was a comment about me presenting well on a video on YouTube that I've filmed and edited. I've got some lights here hanging from the ceiling I've acquired over the years, attached to the ceiling. And I've spent hundreds of hours over the past year doing presentation. I'm trying to put the quality up. This is a webcam, incidentally. You're on a webcam here on a stick, okay? But like, generally speaking, quality is important to me. I'm trying to make the quality as nice as possible with the lights, and I try and be as coherent with my speech. I try and make things as good as possible in terms of my communication. But this is all learnt. I didn't speak at school. I don't know how to tell you any more than this. I was not non-speaking. Well, I was non-speaking, but I wasn't non-speaking. I was just very quiet because I didn't want to say anything. Elmin Light, to be honest, I don't feel disabled. Hampered, maybe conflicted or blocked, but not disabled. I can do things just not always at the same tempo and not under the same pressure. I've changed my mind to think that other people might be being assholes. rather than me being disabled, if that makes sense. So for example, if somebody's rushing me, say you go to like a supermarket and you're buying stuff and somebody's shoving stuff down the checkout really fast. That would have harried me and upset me in the past. But now I'm just like, well, you've just made a problem for yourself, haven't you? Right? Helen, that is really sweet of you to say. Thank you very much. Ditto. And thank you. Now I see your username. Thank you for this. You have a lovely family, Helen. And 2 of Hydra's kittens. I don't know if that makes the family even lovelier, but you know what I mean? Like it's you have a lovely family. I hated in speech in school too. I was often picked on to do things like that and read from books and things. I read pretty well, but I didn't like being forced to put on the spot. So the grocery store thing, like, you know, like sometimes people try and harry me, but I tend to be a bit more, okay, so you've done that. Oh dear. I've usually got my AirPods in, you know what I mean? Maybe my sunglasses on. I'm just like, okay, you'll have to wait. I'm not slow packing, but I'm not going to like throw stuff in a bag like super fast and crush stuff at the bottom and come home with like raspberry juice just pouring all over the floor. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to like be a bit careful. You want to be that's on you. Okay, well done. Fastest checkout of the West. Sometimes I'll mention it and I'll be like, whoa, I get it, you're super quick. Slow down. IKEA. Do you ever walk the wrong way at IKEA or walk through some of the displays? I do. I think there's a lot of discussion to be had about societal expectations, the ability to hold down a full-time job, for example. I think the whole full-time job thing is also a bit of a con. It's very different to how we used to live as a species in the past. And we are now in a trap. We are in a trapped situation where essentially to afford rent and food, you need 2 adult full-time salaries. When did that become a thing? About 20 years ago. But like, when did that become? Why is that now a thing? Like, I will make content on this, I promise you. I've got a lot to say on it. But it verges on politics, so I think we'll miss it for now. Later P. I get lost in IKEA too. I do like IKEA. I haven't been to IKEA for years, like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 years. I know they do vegan meatballs. For not very much money. And so I might go there. I got chased by a madman with a heavy trolley in IKEA once, really? I do like IKEA, I do. I do like IKEA. I like how it's a bit more self-serve and it's you know, I can't imagine being rushed around IKEA. IKEA is just a wander and oh, look at that desk, oh, look at that chair, and that cute. It's not a darting around place. Hi Snooker, the vegan meatballs are quite nice. Well, now you're making me want to go to IKEA. Meatless balls. That sounds funny. Meatless ball. Okay. I go to IKEA to see the sharks. What do you mean, Toffel? Like shark plushies? You're right, it's caused by politics. I'll make the video. I just don't want to do it today. I don't. And we can talk politics, but how about not right now? Not for the next 15 minutes. El Moonlight, any non-vegans here? No, there's no IKEA on the Isle of Man. We're way too small. Are your IKEAs overseas also a big box you walk through like a maze? Yes, Kamishi. Yes. IKEA has otters. If I ever end up in an IKEA, look, not judging you, right? But could I just let the vegans just say who if they're vegan? The reason I'm asking this is I had a message from somebody on Instagram the other day, and they said thanks, you know, really appreciate your videos, whatever, blah blah blah. But their username had the word vegan in it, and I just replied and went, hey, cool, nice to see you're autistic, also vegan. Like that Venn diagram's quite small. And they said, no, I don't think it is. And I'm like, is it? Is it not? Is it? I'm autistic vegans. I know Meg. She's autistic vegan. Her husband is neurotypical vegan. Where's the meat? I love meat, sorry. Not vegan, but need to manufacture most of the time. Okay. Is somebody vegan? Could you just say that you're vegan? Because apparently vegans always say that they're vegan. Like, it's a thing. So just say it right now. I'm a vegan, so just say it now. Darren, how do I say your name? Chandising. Okay, sorry. I see you. Darren Chandising. Have I told you I'm vegan? No, everyone, I'm vegan. Not allowed to be vegan due to disorders. People would bug me about being vegan. Harriet vegan. Noreen's as well. Because we've got a vegan channel on the Discord. I should be more active in that, to be honest. I'm vegan, but I'm technically vegetarian. Because I don't eat vegan all the time. I'm trying to be vegan. That's the first rule of being vegan, right? Right, go. Yes, I am. So, sorry, not vegan. I have so many food intolerances. I'd consider I was vegan a long time ago. My other half is vegan though. Where is he, Yannicka? Get him on the stream! Brianna, I get to the ballot. Oh, sorry. Hey, welcome to the channel. Oh, there is actually an overlay. I'm really sorry. There is actually a Stream Elements overlay. I need to actually move it up there. Well, not that overlay. This overlay. Okay. If you say vegan in front of the mirror 5 times, Mike appears and hands you a cat. Shame for soup. I cannot confirm or deny. I cannot confirm or deny. Mike, do you have any difficulties with food, like taste and texture, and how do you manage that being a vegan? I'll make the video, and yes, and we can talk about it on the Discord. But yeah, 100%. Leslie, how is your transition to becoming vegan? Same time as Nina, we did it together. Being AFK for a few minutes and you start the vegan, no vegan conversation, yeah. No, vegans often get hate for a lot of reasons, so I'm often afraid to say that I am. Yeah, sure. I mean, you guys have got the people on Reddit who post the chicken nuggets on the daily. I mean, I used to like chicken nuggets, but I still have chicken nuggets. They're just vegan chicken nuggets. And believe it or not, regarding chicken nuggets, there is literally no difference. There's not much chicken in your chicken nuggets. He's trying to focus on his work today, even I'm not allowed to disturb him. Oh, boo. Yes, he's a Marmite hater. True. Not Nina, though. Nina loves Marmite. I will buy Marmite for her. Marmite's got a lot of B12 in it. I'd go say the same vegan to the mirror thing, but I'm allergic to cats. I like big hams and I can't lie. A lot of autistics have ADHD and ADHD vegan on it. I don't know, a small Venn diagram might be. Not let's get me on side doing that. Yeah, right. There's a conversation for another time. I'm interested in crossover if there is one. I don't think, like for example, my psychologist was like, do you know how people, when you sort of say goodbye, and you're all like, hi, bye. What does Marmite taste like? It tastes like concentrated vegetable syrup, which is like bitter and horrible. Anyway, yeah, I will. I'm just conscious that I actually want to do this topic, so I want to start with it rather than end with it. Greg's vegan sausage rolls, which incidentally, my last one was bought for me by actually it wasn't actually because I went and I got Nina one when we went across to England. But yeah, thank you very much for my vegan sausage rolls. Actually, that was quite a fun meetup. We had lunch. Handed over / delivered. Maurice and Salem. Yeah, and it's cool watching the progress. I'm sorry for not posting so many like kitten progresses and things as well. I've been so busy, and Nina too. She's like really super busy at the minute, dealing with some just really stressy worky stuff. Maybe, Ashley, yeah, maybe. I want to have the conversation. I want to like try and figure it out. Like I still am not entirely understanding the trans and queer non-binary crossover with autism and hence ADHD as well. But I just want to like reduce the variables. You know what I mean? Autism. There's a lot of autistic, trans, queer, LGBTQ plus, IA, etc. people. Like what the hell? Like how? Like the edge of that Venn diagram interests me. So we'll talk about that too. That's also something I'm trying to learn, trying to figure out. And so corn. Yeah, corn's pretty cool. Corn's a good product. It's mushrooms, but not mushrooms. Mycoprotein. Darren, I said I can never be vegan. For bacon cheese though. For 45 years, probably I could have be vegan. True. You can in fact just eat the cheese too. In fact, there's Wendy made me this most delicious blue cheese. The blue is spirulina. Am I right? It's basically Stilton. Now, A, I'm not a huge Stilton fan, but B, Stilton though, like, wow. Yannick, rest up. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Not all corn is vegan. No, this is true. I think many autists find an interesting relationship with gender. Personally, gender agnostic. Yeah, I get you. I think that's true. I've given up trying to explain that I view myself as agender. Yeah, I don't really give it much thought, to be honest. I suppose my biggest feeling, personally, towards gender personally, is there's a scene where Alan Partridge is trying to get himself this is a BBC sitcom, sort of a sitcom. It's more of a character that's spanned some decades, but you know, sitcom, BBC, I'm Alan Partridge. And he's got a cheese in his hand, and he's not getting the sitcom. He's not getting it, you know, commissioned from the BBC. And he's looking really annoyed. And he does this weird shrug that's often seen in GIFs. And that GIF of him shrugging, like, I don't care sort of thing, that's a bit negative. That's a bit passive aggressive. But I'm just like that, like. Toffel, when finding out I was autistic and unmasking helped me figure out that I was trans, even though I kind of always knew. Interesting. Monkey tennis, yeah, exactly. He's trying to pitch these shows. Monkey tennis? No, I don't want it. You know, it's like what? It's just, you know, Steve Coogan just does this just brilliant, you know. Kool-Aid, more ability to not take up social norms. Well, I think that's true. I think that's possibly the other side of the coin of you know, getting beaten. You don't get this. No. Well, the flip side of that is some of the more negative aspects, you know, bitterly negative aspects. They also are not so present, right? So you know, there's that too. Jansen, that's kind of what I'm trying to describe. I meant I'm kind of gender apathetic, right? Not agnostic. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't, like, it's not saying I don't care about people. You don't get me wrong. It's like A, how is your sexuality my business? And B, we can be accepting here, can't we? Like why not? This is probably not the right time to do this, but I did have a long discussion. Did not want to have about, you know. No, we're not going to have this conversation right now. We can have it later. Another stream, another video chat. My question with non-violent care might be a male predator. Yeah, maybe too. Maybe that's true for me too. Maybe I just don't. Maybe I just have that ability. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. And I think that's also true, by the way. I think it's very true. I think it's very true. Part of the autistic experience is the age group thing too. And it's often, we often see, it sounds like clinical, like a psychologist or something. But like, no. When I say we often see, I mean, we often see friendships that kind of cross age boundaries in a more, let's call it Japanese way, than a sort of like a Western European way or American way, which is like, you know, you have friends that are like plus or minus 12 months of your own birthday and no more. You know, and I'm not talking about like 15-year-old boys hanging out with 12-year-old girls. I'm not talking about that. But like, it becomes less of an issue anyway as you get older. But you know, so for example, I often found myself relating more to adults than kids my own age as I was growing up. That's from my experience, and I don't really see. Obviously, it depends on your intentions. So I'm not talking about dating or whatever. But even dating, I mean, these are big topics, a big conversation, a big time somewhere else. Well, here, but another time. But like, you know, you know, like friendships and things. You know, the age thing doesn't really matter. Older people have got such good experience. Young people have got new perspectives. Sounds a bit wanky, that, doesn't it? But I don't mean it in that way. I just mean younger people have got new perspectives in a non-wanky way. We don't have to wear baseball caps on backwards to say it. Ah, did I say all of that out loud? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Philip Cali. Unisex toilets, I find they are cleaner and less weird too. But honestly, like only two things. Like sometimes being a guy is better when you have like male toilets in like service stations. I can't believe we're talking about service stations again. But you know what I mean? They're like, there's more capacity in a male bathroom than the female bathrooms in service stations in the UK on the motorways. This is so niche. You know, so like, for example, Nina and I, we'll stop on the motorway. We'll both go to our respective bathrooms. I'll be done, hands washed, everything, standing outside, playing on my phone before she's even finished. And that's not to do with her toileting. I'm sorry, Nina. But more to do with the fact that, you know, the bathrooms, you know, often have queues and all this sort of stuff. But then again, men's bathrooms are gross. They're absolutely disgusting. So there is that. He comes into an arena or footy stadium. Yeah, if I happened to be at a footy stadium, I'm sure it quite possibly would. Jimmy understands what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know how to compare. I don't really have comparison. But every male bathroom at the service station is utterly disgusting. Like, yeah. Come for the autism, stay for the bathroom conversation. I sit down with Sebastian too, which makes even science gross even more gross. True. Although you could perfect the squat. Yeah, I ain't. This autistic ass is not touching anything in a bathroom stall. Do you know? Like, I'm just saying. But if you've been to the male bathrooms, motorway service stations, Jimmy clearly has. Thank you, Jimmy. They're terrible. They're really, really terrible. They're one of the worst things there are. They make you want to just like run into the bushes. I'm not even joking. I'm glad I found some mums and neurodivergent kids to socialise with. That's brilliant. Gen B, the squat leaves the urine on the seat that people won't bother to clean up after yourself. Yes. Wendy, buy yourself a radar key and you get a clean toilet all to yourself. I have used that bathroom a few times. That's the good tip. My mum has a radar key as well, and it'd be like, hey, can I just borrow that? And that's like so much better. Anna Brie, let's talk about the weather. Let's do that. Sorry. The chewing gum thing could be quite annoying as well. Right, okay, so this is going to be another call. It's actually going to be the last call for people that are new to the Today on El Moonlight. Today on Autistic AF. Pickup lines for fire alarms. Bathroom advice. Get it in the comments with a like a timestamp. Because people watch this back afterwards, believe it or not. I suppose you can. It's kind of timeless. Michael's like, hey, I'm late, but I got a stream. It's good, fashionably late. Right, who's new? Do we have new people here? Because I don't want to bore people that have been here a while, and also, yeah, just bore people. It's so important. It's worth saying twice. Oh no, I've watched it back before. Oh, so good seeing Tifo getting with the game. Ow, ow. This is coming back. We've got some cool stuff coming up. Thanks. I am indeed new, says B. We've had some Bs before, so I didn't know that you were the new person. Gen B, I'm newish. My first time, so Caps, welcome. Vivian, welcome. You're new here too. Cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm new, but I didn't chat before. Okay, Jen. Kath, sorry. That's perfect. Oh, Gen B, I'm newish. It says Gen B. Oh, it says. Oh, sorry. I did. Yeah. Okay. I'm reading B like multiple times. Hello, B. I've just discovered your channel, so I've seen a video and subbed. This is my first live stream. Welcome. El Moonlight. Also, if you're new and have questions, please do ask. You might not read it in time, but you never bother, so just try. This is 100% the case. I can't begin to tell you. Civis, just discovered your channel. Quite a cozy stream you're having. Hello, welcome. Watching videos for a few months now. It's the second stream we've got. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, welcome. Right, so we have critical mass of new people. So let's do the thing. I would normally do. I say normally. It's been a few months. I'd normally do a giveaway. We have critical mass of people, so it's like, come on, let's do a draw and post something to someone. We will be back onto that thing. The only reason I'm reluctant to do it is because I've got a bag here of some stuff that people need me to go to the post office for, and I don't like going to the post office. Helen, I did that thing you suggested about getting the post people to come, and they did, but then they left some items just in the porch and they didn't collect them for like ages. Like it was like days, and I emailed them and said, are you guys coming to collect? And then we're so sorry. The thing is, because I've been to the post office so many times to post things to people on this channel, they now know me really well in there, and they now want to talk to me all the time. So, I'm being here for the third or fourth time, actually addicted to the Tuesday stream. Oh, that's the autism powers. Jimmy Dragon, I had a good Halloween. I mean, prior to that, I cut myself on the pumpkins. He was obviously at the post office. Yeah, unfortunately. I just want... Oh no, post office become a social call. Yeah, so they know about the pets and they know about like the dogs and they want to see pictures and then, but they were so kind. They're all so lovely. Look, it's easier what I used to say. Did you see the cables? Jensen, do you know what I want to do? Do you know what I want to do? Do you know what I want to do, Jensen? Right? I want to go into the post office with like my phone, but like recording like me. You'll just see like a little bit of my sweater or something. And you can hear what happens. And then like, it's at the back of a spa. So people that know what a spa is, it's like a corner shop type thing. It's like it's at the back of the spa, but it's a big post office anyway. And anyway, yeah, everyone knows me. And that's, it's not necessarily the local problem, Jen. Do you know what it is? It's a YouTube problem because I've posted probably 100 things in a year, and that gets you sort of attention. And then obviously, you know, the PO box as well. So if you send anything to me, my address is in the YouTube channel about page. Yeah. So people get to know me, right? You don't want to massage the spa, no, you really don't. Right, so new folks, new people. B and Gen B, Coriel, everybody. Darren, the thing about Arsenal is you always try and walk it in. Do you know, not being sarcastic, but these lines actually work. Like this is how people, some of you will think, Mike, why are you being so like boring and repeating yourself? Because this is how people talk. Like this is legitimately like that. The small talk, you don't need the app, by the way, or the website from the It Crowd, the thing they used, whatever it was. You just need to copy the same lines, just say the same things. It's so funny. Yeah, it would actually work. That's what's really amusing. Free Mind, Emily Smith, Raven, found your channel recently after being diagnosed autistic at 25. Congratulations on the autism. Been a huge help. It surprises me and fills me with joy. I'm delighted to have been able. I just like. It's still bonkers to me, by the way. Like even in tech and software and stuff, like if you do like a good job or something, the very best you can hope for is somebody buys you a drink or whatever. I left one client's office with a bottle of wine once, like to say thanks for like the 100 hours of extra work I put in or something. But like, it's like you just don't. It's very hard to get used to people being nice to you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What was Wenger thinking? Exactly. It's really just like, yeah, basically, it's just bluff ball. That's the one. Yeah, that bluff ball. You literally, you don't even need to think too hard about it. Just say the same lines, which they did in the sitcom, and it's very funny. But the reason why it's like ultra funny is because it's super accurate. Anyway, welcome to new people. This I call the ADHD side of the live streams. I post videos weekly on YouTube, sometimes more than weekly. My plan is to post like not be constrained by artificial video posting times or whatever, but just to post, and my cadence I think would be a bit more than weekly. I really enjoy, well, I say really enjoy, okay. Sometimes it's not fun, it's infuriating, as you'll know if you've watched any of my videos for very much time. The stuff people believe about autism, I don't believe there's an area of so much misunderstanding in the entire human experience as there is about, I want to say autism specifically. ADHD is better understood. Even OCD, people have got certain sort of misbeliefs about OCD that are like a little bit true. With autism, it's just blanket wrong. It's like, you know, the Dr. K thing on the primer on autism is like, oh, please no. But also, it's not hard to get right. You could go to, for example, an autism charity, not you, Autism Speaks, and just literally just read like the homepage, like and read like about us or what we do, and you'll get a pretty good idea about autism. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not difficult. Oh my God. It's not like we're pretending like, oh, you have to watch like 100 videos and spend all this time in the autistic community to understand. Obviously, it's better if you do. I mean, you learn more, you make friends, whatever. But like, understanding autism, it's a complex thing. And I'm not saying like it's easy to understand, but like, it's so easy to get wrong. It's so easy to get wrong. It's so easy to get wrong. Flapping, echolalia, low functioning, wrong. Okay. As I was saying, welcome new people. It's all fun and games here. I'm looking at things I have to post. But yeah, we do. I like posting things to people. It's really good fun. And that's something that we do on Tea and Tales. Nina keeps saying, when's the next Tea and Tales? Look, I've got a couple of things in mind for Tea and Tales, and one of them requires some organization. If it can't be done promptly, I will record a Tea and Tales in the usual format. But this is an online book club where I'll give you my synopsis of a book, or I'll work it into a video somehow. And then we'll do a live stream, probably on Saturday, or a Saturday, not the one coming up, you know. And I'll post the book to someone. It'll get signed by probably Hydra and Emma or Saber. Whoever's close to hand will sign the book for you, and then I'll post it anywhere in the world. A few other things we do on the channel. Sometimes we do. Well, I say sometimes we do reaction content, but it's not worked out that well in the past. Talking about Jubilee, Middle Ground, Abby's mom. Yeah, Jubilee don't like you even talking about their episode. And yeah, I mean, sometimes where I've debunked bad medical misinformation, I've ended up getting punished by YouTube, which is why I started my Patreon. My Patreon has 3 tiers to it. There's a kitten tier, a cat tier, and a tiger tier. Thank you to everyone who supports me in that way on Patreon. On all of the tiers, there's access to the Discord. That's where the Discord is. It's called The Scratching Post, and it's amazing. New friendships, new small R relationships. I don't want to out people and stuff, but like all of that good stuff is coming out of this lovely place, and it's been a delight, honestly. And I'm on that a lot. And that's where we're going to go next for our after party live stream, which is going to be a smaller live stream, fewer people. We're going to play Jackbox. I say fewer people, actually. It's quite banging. We're going to play some Jackbox party games. We played them last week, and they were hella fun. They were hella fun. In fact, when I say hella fun, I mean Helly, who nearly won the House of Horrors game, but got beat by us at the very last minute. I was literally on the edge of my seat. It was really good fun. We also sometimes do some ad hoc streams, but if you want to know what's happened and you want to get caught up with, I don't know, the story so far, the channel trailer of my channel is now no longer Who is Autistic AF. That video is still there, but you know. The channel trailer is about my first year on YouTube, and it's not really about me, as you'll notice in the content. It's about everything that's happened in the last year. Like, holy crap. It's been very unusual. A lot of stuff has happened. The Discord has been amazing. Something that I was asked to create on every single live stream I've done. And I blew everyone off until April. It was literally a case of, could you imagine this, like November even, December, January? And people are like, make a Discord. And one of the things I do if I'm struggling to figure something out or have the time to do something, I mean, you can't do this with like bills and tax returns, but what you can do it with is like, put it in the calendar and say, okay, I won't think about it until later, but because you've written it down, your brain goes, it's there. Don't need to worry about that now. That really helps. There's a little tip there. But yeah, we've done some ad hoc sounds a cat would make when Crunchy coughing up airballs. It does. But we've done some ad hoc live streams, and we'll continue to do so. Yeah. I don't use the term life-changing lightly. It's been incredible. And I'm just like super humbled. It's more than a year ago now, but like let's go 14, 15, 16 months ago. I had no idea what the autistic community was. I was just told by my psychologist a bit longer now to avoid parents of autistic children. I was literally told avoid the parents of autistic, like those groups, like avoid like Facebook and or forums for parents of autistic children, like avoid those. Like I was strongly advised. I was given a reading list, but like, hey, hello Maurice. Toffel, thank you for coming as well. Like, yeah. I think, I don't know if I've explained that right or very well or whatever, but like there's a video on my channel which goes through the full year. You'll learn all about Hydra and the kittens, that whole thing. You'll learn about some things that happened over the year. I did like it's a year in review kind of roundup, but it's not as boring as it sounds. And we are now firmly into season 2. Harriet, I hate people organising my task list. I didn't realise how bad I hated this actually when I was obviously like junior. And you've got your manager and they're like, great, do that. And it's like, no, I've been thinking about this other thing. And now I have to forget everything I've thought about that other thing and do this other thing you want me to do now. And it just literally, it is disproportionately disruptive. The only schedule I stick to is these live streams. Okay, Toffel, come play games with us. We're going to go to the after party, which is for, like I say, for my Patreon supporters. Available on all tiers, including the small tier, the $4 a month tier. It super helps. It literally helps. It pays for things like software licensing. It pays for like story blocks and Epidemic Sound. It pays for postage. It pays for like running of the channel. It's been like holy crap, like like, and it's yeah, and of course so when you're on Patreon, so most people that I'd say most people, but there's a lot of people that sign up to my Patreon and then they don't then join the scratching post, which like blows my mind. If that's you, please do, or send me a message on Patreon. If you use Patreon, send me a message. It then tell you know, because I can then see what account you are, and then I can help you get onto the scratching. It's very easy to sign up to Discord. You can do it, but you do it in Patreon, and you go to settings, and then Discord. It's a little bit hidden away. I'd much rather it was more prominent, but that's the way they want to do it. That's the way it is, and you can join the Discord from there. Patreon manages it all. If for whatever reason you need to pause or change your tier or whatever, then you feel free to do so. You don't have to explain yourself. There's no explanations required. There is zero pressure, honestly. Like zero pressure to join. But yeah, like there's a whole bunch of people that support me and then they don't then join the scratching post. And the scratching post is like the best bit, and you can get that on the lowest tier. That's it for like housekeeping, I think. As always, watch the videos. Do click like and a comment. Tell the that tells YouTube algorithm that you thought everything was amazing. But like, yeah, just that's the thing. And then we'll play our games and do our games. But honestly, this has been the most. Yeah, this is. I have assisted in setting up Discord service for other people, and yeah, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but like, and you guys know who you are. You're all amazing, and I'll see you on the scratching post. That's going to happen now. We'll do that, and we'll play some games. And my voice is going, so I'm going to go and top up my tea, because Tea Fairy's doing a thing. Click. There we go. Yeah. Bye. Oh, well, I'll see a whole bunch of you soon. So bye for now. Bye.